Tottenham in search of Hugo Lloris' successor. This is an article on The Independent this morning, and they're claiming Sam Johnston, Alex Meret and Emi Martinez are on Tottenham's shortlist to be a potential successor to Hugo Lloris, with Emi Martinez apparently top of that list.
Well, you know, I'm sure Romero and Lo Celso are talking him up, aren't they? Talking him up with how he's been played in for Argentina. He's a bit of a shithouse as well, alongside Romero, isn't he? And obviously his rise has been phenomenal. It's actually been quite incredible, his rise, because it was absolutely nowhere, wasn't he, under Arsenal? Yeah. And then a bad injury to Leno, he got a look in out of nowhere, and all of a sudden he's just gone. His career is a bit like when Harry Kane, but I know he's older than Harry Kane, but it's a bit like when Harry Kane broke into the team. It just went like that. It's a bit similar for Emi Martinez.
I really like Martinez as a goalkeeper. I think he's top quality. I really do. And before Arsenal sold him, I was saying that he's better than Leno. And I don't know why they stuck by Leno instead of him, someone that's come from the
because
academy.
The reason why is because Leno was their number one, and Martinez only got a look in because because Leno was injured. So they can't just throw their number one under the away because
but surely if a player's playing better, because he took Leno out of the team for a certain amount of time at one stage, and then Martinez and then Leno got it back off him at some stage. I don't know why. And they decided to go for Martinez.
They'll be regretting it now for sure. They'll be regretting it.
They're regretting it probably last season, but I actually think Ramsdale's done pretty well for them since coming in.
Yeah, he has. Has early days.
Early days.
but no, he has done pretty well. But look, Martinez, the only thing is, because he's at Villa, it's harder. It's just naturally nowadays in this current football landscape where basically every team of Tottenham's level, like Villa, Everton, Leicester, they're all basically trying to knock us out of the top six. If you're looking at the top six, right, as much as everyone likes to say, oh, Tottenham out of the top six now, like in big six clubs, we are, unfortunately, for everyone, we are probably still there, just about clinging on by the skins of our teeth, because we've been a top six club for 10 years in a row, except for last season. You got to have respect for that. So if you're looking at the top six, though, we're one of the most vulnerable teams there. Mm-hmm. So like Villa will see us as like, okay, if we're going to get into that top six, we're going to knock out Tottenham. You know what I mean? So are they really going to sell us Martinez easily without slapping a massive fee?
It won't be easy.
It won't be. Do I think it, like, the only way I can see it happening, how long does he have in his contract?
I'm about to check.
Probably I'm assuming a decent amount.
Yeah, 2024.
Oh, so two years in the summer. So unless he can kick up a bit of a stink and try and force his way through to go play with his mates, Lo Celso and Romero, I don't see Villa letting him go very easily.
It won't be very easy, that's for sure. But look, you never know what can happen if a player wants to go and stuff like that.
It's hard. Like, I remember, who was it? I don't know who. I can't remember who said it. I think it was an agent, but he was saying, like, look, the football landscape has changed. If back in the day, in 2008, 2010 even, if a Man United wanted to sign a player from Tottenham, right, they'd just go up to him and say, look, we want your player and we can get the deal done. Now that those kind of deals are near impossible unless certain factors are factored in. Those situations are near impossible, and I feel like that is going to have a trickle-down effect to the rest of the league. Whereas before, it was very easy for us to go to Aston Villa and say, we want this player and we could get a deal done. Now it's going to be very difficult, a lot harder. And I would say it's like 90% impossible to get deals like that done.
You reckon that far?
Yeah.
That high?
It's that high. Unless not as in for a fee that we would want to get him for, in my opinion. Obviously, if we massively overpay for him, it's possible. But first of all, Spurs are never willing to do that.
Massively overpaying
50 million. Probably 50 million. Probably.
What's his right price? What do you reckon his market value is?
30.
Yeah.
Can I see Levy signing off a check for 50 million for Emi Martinez? Probably. I don't know. No. Can't see it.
But if the player wants to go so badly, and
unless he forces the move out,
that's the only possible way, really.
But he has to really force it.
And would Martinez want to do that anyway? I know he's got close ties to Arsenal as well, but the way the Arsenal fans treated him on the weekend, then maybe he would want to join us. Who knows?
That would be the biggest shithouse. Martinez at the Emirates, like doing shithouse. Yeah. That would be brilliant.
Yeah.
But I don't see it being a likely deal, because I just think these clubs are not wanting to be bullied by clubs like Tottenham anymore. Like Villa might a few years ago might have seen Tottenham as like when, for example, when we nearly got Grealish off them. They might have been accepting the situation. Okay, look, we're in the Championship or we're lower down the Premier League. Like we accept that we can't compete with you right now. But right now, they're both in the Premier League. They're signing players to improve their team. They had all that Grealish money. They're probably thinking, obviously they're not going to be, I don't think they're going to be top 6 this year. But they're definitely thinking like we want to keep improving and progressing, and we're not going to be allowing our best players to move to like teams like Tottenham. Maybe if City came in, they'd be like, okay, look, you're Man City, we can't compete with you. But with Tottenham, I think they'll be thinking we could compete with you. You're going to have to overpay.
I think it all depends how they have what their season turns out like, because obviously they're on really bad form. As you know, we're not on the greatest form. Let's be honest. But if we end up in Europa League this season, let's say for argument's sake, and they finish like mid-table or below mid-table or something like that, Martinez can be like, you know what, maybe I should just go get European football. You know, he's not getting any younger as well. He'll be 30 next year.
Yeah, but keepers, they last.
I know keepers last longer, but you know, still 30 years old.
I still think that even if we finish 6th and Villa finish 10th, the next season they'll be thinking what our goal is top 6. That'll probably be their goal.
Yeah,
for the following season.
But if we finish 6th, our goal will be top 4.
Yeah, of course, but Villa will be feeling that they can knock us out the top 6, so they're not gonna very easily deal with us.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about what Villa are thinking. I'm thinking what Emi Martinez is thinking.
Yeah, but we've seen this summer, you know, with the Kane situation, that it's not purely just down to the player. The club as well have got their price, and if we don't pay that price, then it's going to be very hard to get him away.
Yeah, and
unless Martinez literally like refuses to play and train, which we all bashed Kane for this summer. So, what we're going to advocate other players do that? Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we are.
So, what morals do we? What standing do we have? We're advocating other players do that and then bashing Kane for doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a bit hypocritical, in my opinion. So I don't know if he'll do that, because Villa gave him a good opportunity to progress, and they're a decent team. So
yeah,
I don't know if he would do that, just refuse to play. And refuse to.
I don't think he would refuse to play. Look, if we want
maybe when he gets into his last year of his contract,
if we want to get
2 years' time,
if we want to get a keeper from one of those teams, we're going to have to pay the money. That's just what it boils down to.
That I agree with, and that's why I'm saying it's 90% unlikely, because we're not going to overpay, and they're going to force us to overpay.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't see us getting Martinez anytime soon, unless he rolls his contract down and he goes to a year and he tells Villa, look, I'm not going to sign a contract. And then there's an opening.
In terms of the other goalkeepers on this list, Sam Johnston, Alex Meret.
I don't know who Alex Meret is.
Plays for Napoli, I believe. Alex Meret, doesn't he?
Does he? I haven't heard. I don't know who that is. Is that Napoli keeper?
Yeah, Napoli's number 1, yeah.
How old is he?
He's 24.
Wow. Where is he? Italian?
He is Italian, yeah.
Interesting. I have to do my research on him.
His market value is 16.2 million on Footy.
24 is a good age for a keeper.
Market.
Obviously, someone says, why not keep Galini? Yeah, Galini is... the
thing is, with this guy's market value, in 2019, he was worth 27 million, and now he's worth 16 million. His contract expires in 2023. Okay,
so last year, of his contract, he's one. Sam Johnston, I don't mind him, but I don't think he's a goalkeeper who I'm convinced can be our number 1. Then again, I might have said the same about Ramsdale for Arsenal.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
But I don't know. I think Johnston isn't the same caliber as Ramsdale, in my opinion. But
Johnston contract runs the end of the season.
Oh, that's probably why we're interested in him. Yeah. Free transfer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think for me, Johnston. Don't know. Not for me.
Where is he still at?
West Brom.
Yeah, he's still at West Brom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was at Aston Villa, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah. And Man United. All right. Well, look, that's the kind of... Any other keepers that you'd be interested in to replace Hugo Lloris?
What keepers would I be interested in to replace Hugo Lloris?
What about someone like Keylor Navas? Obviously, they got
from
Donnarumma
PSG.
there.
I would take him, but then again, you're probably in the same situation in a few years' time. But yeah, as a short-term solution, I think he's a fine keeper, Keylor Navas. I really do. I rate him.
Do you think Keylor Navas would come to us?
If we're in Europe and there's no one else coming in for him. But he's on big wages, so it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Nick Pope?
Pope. Brian Daigle says Henderson. A few people
Dean
saying
Henderson.
Onana or Meslier.
Henderson's not bad. I would take Henderson.
I don't think I'd want Meslier.
He's still a bit young. He's still very young.
he
He's very
looks that.
talented. He's a very talented keeper. He's
Mark
still very
says
young.
bring in Navas with Van der Voort as a long-term replacement. Well, I'll tell you what, Van der Voort in Football Manager turns into an absolute worldie, so I wouldn't say no.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a good point. Navas is older than Lloris.
He's older than Lloris, is he?
Yeah.
Well, then there you go.
Keylor Navas is 34. How old is Lloris?
So is he 35, Lloris?
Lloris is 34 as well. They're the
Okay.
same age.
Okay. Nick Pope, maybe?
I'm not sure about Nick Pope. I mean, he can't even get in the England team ahead of Pickford.
Yeah. All right.
All right, well, that is the goalkeeping situation. Apparently that we are looking for that Hugo Lloris successor.